and enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know climate issues have been with us for more than 30 years now, and we hear all kinds of terms describing the situation we find ourselves. And so, as part of our strategic response to climate finance needs, the ministry got approval from the Office of the Head of Civil Service and all other relevant institutions to establish the Climate Financing Division. So, on that note, I would like to welcome you and then call on Chief Director to officially welcome us and tell us why we are here. Shall we welcome our indefatigable Chief Director, Ms. Eva Mens.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Minister, Honorable Minister of State, Honorable Deputy Minister, Commissioner General, I hope you brought us plenty revenues, Controller and Accountant General, our development partners, distinguished guests, staff of the Ministry of Finance, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of my Honorable Minister and the management of the Ministry of Finance, I want to welcome you to this historic event. It is a privilege. We've never done this before, actually. In my 30 years in the ministry, this is the first time we are adoring a division, a new division, openly like this. And that is testament to the importance we place on this division and what change we believe it will bring to the ministry. Today represents the culmination of a vision of the ministry and the leadership of the ministry to reposition us and the nation to respond to opportunities in climate finance to better serve our mandate of mobilizing and allocating resources. As a ministry, we have a history of dynamism and constant evolution. And today is one of those examples of us evolving and improving mobilized resources for our development. And today marks a very important milestone in that effort. This division has a clear mandate. It has a mandate to mobilize financial resources, expertise, and partnerships. And because of the partnership that we envisage to have, that our development partners are here, so that we can together support climate resistance economy. We are believing that infrastructure development, and promote green entrepreneurship and innovation. We also want to the division. Over the past more than 10 years, we have had a unit within the Ministry of Finance looking at climate finance issues. But recognizing the importance of climate finance, we thought that creating a whole division for it will bring more attention and focus, expand the mandate, and get us the real funds. So we are here today to do exactly that. I want to thank you for coming. I want to thank you for making the time to come on Friday afternoon to join the Honorable Minister to do this. I want to thank the team headed by Adwa for all the work that you've been doing behind the scenes. Thank you for making this happen. Thank you for the work you've done with B20. Thank you for leading Ghana's climate finance. And we hope that from today, we are going to see even more amazing work from you. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Chief Director. As she said, the creation of this division is a response to a vision. And this vision has been supported by some institutions. So today we want to recognize them and hear from them. As she said, today we are doing what in the Ghanaian parlance we will say outdooring. But doing the indooring, we had great support from some people and institutions. She has mentioned some already. So today, let's welcome from the GIZ, Dr. Christian John, to give us a few remarks. Perhaps he's coming to congratulate us and urge us on to do more. You're welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Honorable Minister of Finance, Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam. Chief Director, Minister of Finance, Ms. Eva Mainz. Representative from partner ministries and other government agencies, and also representatives from civil society, from financial institutions, development partners. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure and also honor to be here this Friday afternoon to witness and will ask to say a few words for the inauguration of the new Division on Climate Finance. The German government, through GIZ, is supporting the financial sector and Ministry of Finance since 2006. And we worked through a lot of different policies, directives, and other frameworks that we try to help to develop. And it's a pleasure now to see how things really work and come together when we look at the challenges that Ghana faces when we talk about climate risk. Because what I could observe here, the Ministry of Finance is taking the lead in really shaping the framework that would enable them really to get the funds also that are needed and that for the private industry also to excel. I wouldn't like to say much about the importance. It was already mentioned, and I think it is clear to everybody, but I would like to say a few words about how cooperation was, especially over the last 4 months when we supported the development of the green taxonomy, which is also just one puzzle piece in the whole framework development. But I would really like to congratulate the team of the Climate Finance Division. It was amazing to see the dedication of the work that was put together in developing this green taxonomy within just a short span of time, and not only, and what impressed me also was actually that it was not only the team of the Ministry of Finance, but you had this power to pull other ministries as well on the table who are relevant if you want to improve framework conditions and to develop this green taxonomy. And so also there, you really used your leverage as Ministry of Finance, and it was amazing to see how everybody worked on it to be able to come up with an excellent product. And I think it was also a smart decision to say this is the first phase of the green taxonomy, and we are happy to see the future development of those green taxonomies. And on this note, I would also just like to express that from GIZ side and German government, we are ready to continue our support to Ministry of Finance and especially financial sector, but also to the climate topic in general. So thank you again, Minasan.
Thank you very much,
Dr. Christine Johnson, thank you so much for your encouraging words. Yes, we are there, so Papa. Shall we clap for him again? So the other institution that gave us great support, we have several, but today we only have two here because we didn't want to bore you, drag this program. So we have two institutions here. The second one is the UK FCDO, and it's ably represented by Magdalena Liston Johnson. Shall we welcome her? One is UK, one is German, and they all have John in their names. They are cousins, I believe.
Good afternoon. Yes, the surname is Swedish, not British. Welcome, everyone. First, I want to say thank you for inviting us. Just one of the two countries. I'm pretty sure there's many more that are supporting you here. I will stand by the established protocol just to say great thanks to the Minister, Amina Adam, to be here and celebrate this with actually your team. So first I want to say why we're actually here. The Climate Finance Division has been announced and has been approved and has been established for a while. And so that's not new information. But in large organizations, especially in the government, and I work for one just like you guys here, there's often a civil service mindset that carries a great deal of responsibilities. And while this helps ground us in certain principles, it very often comes at the expense of acknowledging and celebrating our success. And just seeing that you have done this event just to celebrate Climate Finance Division, I really believe we should do more of that in UK. So today we're not here just to talk about the Climate Finance Division, but really to celebrate the achievements of the team that I have been working for the last 4 months with. The UK, unlike the German government, was very new to climate finance support in Ghana. We supported Ghana in financial frameworks and strategies, but climate finance is very new to us, and I am, but in particular, those who know me here in this room, passionate about that. So now going really back to the technical institutional aspect, COP29, I do want to talk about it because COP29 is the climate finance COP. The G20 nations, which account for 80% of global emission, must demonstrate a commitment of sharing the burden of the climate crisis by supporting vulnerable countries like Ghana. This sharing of responsibility must manifest itself in climate finance, in reforms, but really, it really comes down to more climate finance being flown into countries that need this. And yes, it is really essential to simplify the international climate finance frameworks of financial flows to make sure that financial flows are allocated accordingly, whether it's with mitigation or annotation or fairly across different geographies. But for the recipient countries, readiness, both technical and institutional, is crucial. And this readiness is not about gaining the confidence of partners and donors and financiers. It is fundamental to ensure that the resources allocated are utilized in a wise, transparent, and effective way. So I really want to emphasize the importance of making this division operational, staffed, equipped, and empowered with the right mandates, with effective governance in climate finance. This new division will be a cornerstone of your efforts, making sure that the financial mechanisms needed are firmly in place So that institutional development, hopefully, will significantly strengthen your ability to implement and monitor climate-related projects, initiatives, or actions. But it will also hopefully help you to engage with stakeholders, facilitate collaborations, as my colleagues from GIZ mentioned, not only across the donor community, but across sectors and across ministries. And lastly, I just want to say that this division's placement under the Ministry of Finance is also a crucial factor. We must transition away from project-level financing, project-level thinking, to develop a comprehensive climate packages that drives the transformation of Ghanaian economy. So as we move forward, let us collaborate to create those packages to ensure that we address not just the immediate needs, but also establish a strong foundation for the long-term growth in Ghana. I'm really happy to be here and celebrate with you, and thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. So, I said earlier that we will listen to two agencies or institutions that have supported us throughout the planning of this program and the division as well. The next one, I'm going to tell you, is the African Development Bank, and we do have the country manager here, and she's going to say a few words to us. So shall we welcome Madam, oh please, welcome her. I want you to clap so that you don't hear her mention her first name. Yeah, Miss Fancy. I didn't know if I got it right, but I didn't clap so that you don't hear how crucified the name. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. This is a surprise call. Honorable Minister, it's great to see you, Chief Director, colleagues from the Ministry of Finance and other ministries, and my colleagues in the department. I'm very happy to be here to witness the launching of the Climate Financing Division. I think this shows a commitment of the government of Ghana, the Ministry of Finance, Honorable Minister, as well as Chief Director said. I think this thing has started from some time ago with the former Minister of Finance on the commitment of Ghana for the climate finance, and it's even amazing that we're launching this today before the COP29. And the African Development Bank, we're very much committed to this. We're engaging with you, with the Ministry of Finance and other line ministries, and I'm very happy to be here. We already are mobilizing resources. We have a climate investment fund, particularly in the energy sector, that we are currently implementing. The bank also have the climate action window, where we will be mobilizing more resources to complement programs and projects that are being implemented or that are being designed in various sectors. So I'll stop here and to say thank you very much, and congratulations for all those that have worked behind and who have brought us together to celebrate this big achievement. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And so, whilst Chief Director was welcoming us, she mentioned a few things that the division was going to do. But we want it to stay in your minds forever. So we have a video that we're going to show. We have a presentation on climate finance. So I will call on the technical team to get ready to show the video, and I also ask you to relax and enjoy. Hopefully, the video will make you remember us, and when we come knocking on your door, you remember what we are
aiming to do. Thank you very much and enjoy. Let's clap for all the people behind this video. I'm sure some parts were very fast. You couldn't read it, but for the sake of time, we can't also repeat it. So we'll ensure that we put it on our website and social media handles so that you can take your time and read and watch. So the next item is the launch and the keynote speech
But before we do that, one last remark from a very important institution that has supported us and brought us to this stage. So help me to welcome Mr. Alfredo Manfredini Boom. I hope I got it right. From the Tony Blair Institute. Shall we welcome him? Forgive us, we almost forgot you.
Thank you. You pronounced my name perfectly, actually. So let me stand on established protocol and just address this distinguished gathering today here with a few words. I would like to first mention that, as many speakers before me have said, this is certainly a launch, but it is also the elevation of a work stream and a body of work that has been going on for the past, as we heard earlier, at least a decade, to the level of a division. That means that the team that has been working on this and its new head and its future work stream have been raised in their profile to a level that will enable surely greater things to come. The value at risk and the opportunities for growth that are at stake in the battle to fight climate change are of no scarce importance, as is known to everybody here today. But the institutional recognition that this represents of the relevance, of the importance of these issues is incredible and is laudable. So congratulations, our congratulations from the Tony Blair Institute for Global Change go to the Ministry of Finance and all the stakeholders here convened today for having made this journey possible and a success. Of course, this will help implement all the important initiatives that speakers before me have mentioned, including the Ghana Green Finance Taxonomy that we launched just last week in its phase 1 and must progress through at least another phase or 2, Abena, if I'm not mistaken. There's also the National Adaptation Plan that must move forward at pace, the nationally determined contributions. This is a large agenda. It is no small task, and the level of urgency across the world and in Ghana is mounting. So it is incredibly timely that you have established this new climate finance division. I think it is just the beginning. The agenda is packed. The strategy that needs to be completed has been mentioned for the climate financing division. The development of the institutional capacity that follows the increase in importance that this agenda has just received today must begin and continue at pace. Leveraging the global experience, including of fellow CVF member countries like Ethiopia before Ghana and other neighbor countries who have made great steps towards green financing is crucial, and I want to say that the Tony Blair Institute is here to support through this step and through the next, as we have been for the past decade here in Ghana with the Ministry of Finance. So let me leave it at that, and thank you once again for the honor of being here today.
Thank you, Alfredo. So before Minister mounts the podium, I want you to know the personalities here and institutions here. Unfortunately, due to lack of time, I'll just mention the institutions. Chief Director already mentioned Commissioner General, Controller and Accountant General. We also have our Deputy Minister here, Honorable Stephen Amwa, MP for Inshiaiso. And for the external institutions, we also have Bank of Ghana. We have Heart of Foundation, 2 reps from there. Forestry Commission is here. African Development Bank is here. UNDP, Pricewaterhouse and Coopers, and Ministry of Local government and Ministry of Local Government. The rest is gone in my head. Forgive me. Ministry of Energy and the World Bank. And I also see GIPC CEO here. Forgive me if I didn't mention your institution. We also have the media around. So, Honorable Minister, all these people are around and to give you support to launch this important division. So, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, shall we welcome our Honorable Minister, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, MP for Karaga, is going to launch this division officially for us. He should have been in Karaga by now, campaigning vigorously, but he's here because this division is very important for him. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Minister. The floor is yours.
Oh, please, thank you. My colleague, Honorable Dr. Stephen Amma, Deputy Minister for Finance, Chief Director of the Ministry of Finance, Implement, and very soon, when I go on leave to campaign, he will be acting minister, because all the four ministers here are going to campaign to retain our seats and to elect our next president, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Ibrahim. Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Julie Essien, Controller and Accountant General, Osinaji, then the old man here, Lefi Grant, CEO of Ghana Investment Promotion Center. You know why I call him an old man? So when I was young and leading the National Union of Ghana Students as his national president, I attended a conference which he also attended in Cape Coast. So returning back to Accra, I didn't have a car. I stood by the roadside looking for lift. And he was driving his car to leave for Accra. So he gave me lift. I was very young. And now, even as I see myself to have grown, he's still looking younger. So he's an old man. He knows how he's looking. Let me also acknowledge directors of the ministry, our development partners, staff and officials of the Ministry of Finance and other ministries that have joined us this afternoon. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am in bad apple not to say that I'm sad about the launch of this division, but really I went to it now before coming. I am really happy about this, and so I should have been in my right apple to celebrate this launch. The establishment of this division was the vision of my boss, my former boss, my predecessor, Honorable Minister Ken Obori-Atta. But I'm very happy that I'm implementing his vision by working to secure presidential approval for the creation of this vision, and today standing in front of you to officially launch this division. And so we also know that people envision things, great things, but other people have to implement and other people have to live the vision. And that is
the example that we are demonstrating here today. So today really marks a significant step in our national journey towards building a sustainable and climate resilient economy. Our reasons for taking this step are not far-fetched. Over the past few years, the world has seen a strong but sometimes brutal linkage between a rapidly changing ecology and the economy. And last week, we all watched how Florida was being battered by Hurricane Milton. 2 weeks before that, Hurricane Helene brought devastation. And in May this year, soaring temperatures across parts of China's agricultural heartland saw farmers struggle without rain. A month later, parts of the same province were awash, pounded by extreme rain that inundated tens of thousands of acres of cropland. In July 2024, there were an estimated in Eastern Africa. Hotspot countries included Sudan, 25.6 million, Ethiopia, 15.8 million, and South Sudan, 7.1 million people. And recent studies have shown that global warming may be leading to stronger El Nino events, potentially exacerbating food insecurity in the region. In Ghana, we witnessed the Akosombo Dam spillage between the 15th September and 30th October. And please, I will appreciate if you put up this fan for me. As the story might be personally. The consequences and the impact on livelihoods were there for us all to see. And this ministry, the Ministry of Finance, had to promptly mobilize resources to enable state institutions such as NADMO and adjoining districts to respond quickly to address the crisis. In August this year, I had to postpone a planned meeting with our official candidates to help address the impact of dry spells in the northern and middle belts of our country. Our response was to raise financing and to quickly engage our development partners to repurpose existing programs. In the end, we mobilized almost 2 billion Ghana cedis from the 2024 annual budget, including 500 million Ghana cedis from the contingency fund after engaging Parliament. We also had to activate the contingency components of some of our existing well-run projects to help address the effect of the near-drought situation. As proof of how our economic management is intrinsically linked to political stewardship, these dry spells prompted major economic analysts to contemplate a downward review of our economic growth, which at half this year, stood at 5.8% and is considered the highest growth in 5 years. Ladies and gentlemen, the fact is that all available scientific predictions assure us that changing an extreme climate is almost guaranteed. Already, we are seeing the impact on lives and the economy. This requires us, as the Ministry of Finance, to reimagine our business as usual. Our business as usual model and prepare to respond to the financing challenges associated with the changing climate. At the same time, we must also be fully aware of the significant changes in the global finance landscape. Whereas green bonds raised $351 billion to dominate the sustainable bond market in 2022, official development assistance provided by DAC countries to the whole of Africa in 2023 was $35.1 billion, barely 10% of 2022 green bonds. Of this ODA disbursed to Africa, about $12 billion was earmarked for climate action. Just this September, multilateral development banks announced that their collective financing for climate action hit a record high of $125 billion in 2023, more than doubling the levels in 2019. Academics, philanthropic institutions, as well as civil society organizations continue to shape the international financial landscape to be more climate friendly. I must say that these changes will help Ghana's demand for reform. Until November last month, Ghana, as chair of the Climate Technology Forum, individual the group of finance ministers, championed the call for increased global financing to build resilience and foster climate prosperity. Importantly, these fast-paced changes in global finance are accompanied by changes in rules and criteria, instruments, and vehicles of engagement. Moreover, Ghana's nationally determined contributions and reference program for climate action require an estimated funding of $9.3 billion to $15.5 billion over the next decade. Clearly, this starts revealing the direction of travel and the depth of need. The reality is that green and climate finance is the finance of the future. I dare to ask, do we have the requisite skill, the requisite skill set and institutional obedience to lead the charge in taking advantage of the significant changes that are occurring in international finance? Our effort to respond to this question has brought us together this afternoon. Operationalization of the climate finance division is one and central part within this ministry, which will effectively coordinate and coordinate our march into this exciting future. Let me also say, ladies and gentlemen, the financing conditions have been very tight over the last 2 years, and the future is uncertain. We therefore, as a country, need to look for an innovative financing model which will address our financing needs in the midst of the global financing constraints we are faced with. Our IMF program also constrained us in leveraging global financing, but we need to look at other ways so that we can meet our financing goal. Some of the innovative financing models that I wish to champion include government-to-government impact payment schemes backed by our large gold reserves in our country. Credit investment schemes with the global South development partners like the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank and the New Development Bank. Optimized export credit envelopes from traditional partners as well as emerging partners. Just energy transition programs to catalyze concessional financing from G20 partners and accelerate the development of renewable power infrastructure in the light of recent programs concluded with South Africa, Vietnam, Indonesia, and Senegal. And of course, post-restructuring debt swaps such as climate debt swaps to shift away from the restructured debt instruments that we currently have to crystallize self-sufficient savings and enhance unequal recession as a sustainable power base. The first two financial options were particularly led by the non-climate financing division. Ladies and gentlemen, This division will elevate our climate finance initiatives, enabling us to attract international funding, partner with domestic and international private sector investors, and implement programs that promote green growth. Through this approach, ladies and gentlemen, we are aligning our institutional structures and capacities to meet the requirements of the global finance landscape, to unlock more sustainable financing for green growth in our economy. This division will therefore serve as the central pillar around which we build and implement our climate financing strategies. In fact, this division will allow us to attract the necessary expertise, provide strategic leadership, and ensure greater focus and visibility for climate finance within the ministry and across the government. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been talking about the need for us to lead advocacy on the need to reform the global financial architecture. And I have no doubt that this division, with all the resources that we provide, with all the expertise that we provide, should be in a position to lead our advocacy on this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are aware that climate resilience is not just an environmental goal, it is fundamental to our sustainable development and long-term economic prosperity. By leveraging innovative financing tools, we can build on ecosystems conducive to climate action, driving financial resources toward climate resilient growth, and then also leading in our growth agenda into the future. As many of you already know, the Climate Financing Division has been formed from the nucleus of the SWAL Natural Resource, Environment and Climate Change Unit under the Economic Strategy and Research Division. Let me take this opportunity to therefore express my gratitude to His Excellency, the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, and his cabinet for granting us the approval to establish the division. As I already indicated, our former minister envisions I want to pay tribute to him, American Senator, those who can carry this message to our voice. We thank him for his vision. We thank him for setting us on this course. The establishment of the Climate Financing Division would not have been possible without the Office of the Home Civil Service and the Marine Services Division for their support in the development of the structure of the division and staffing needs as well. I also commend the Chief Director, the Indefatigable Development, and her team for the leadership they will come I thank you for the leadership and diligent work that has brought us to this moment. I acknowledge the invaluable roles also played by Dr. Alassane Idrisu, Director of the Economic Strategy and Research Division. And my lady, my Felicia Country, Director of Human Capital and Administration, you've done so well in ensuring that we prepare the division for the launch today. Same goes to Cecilia and her team. You have always ensured that you link us with the rest of the world. And once again, you have delivered today. I thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, for helping us establish the Climate Finance Division. I charge you to be steadfast in your duty, particularly the staff who will be working in this division. It's a huge challenge for you to address, huge challenge, and you must live up to it. I have no doubt, since I joined the Ministry of Finance, that this ministry indeed is the engine of our country. It is the fuel for the engine of our country. We have always stood the test of time, and we have always delivered to the expectations of our country. And I know that this division will showcase our prowess. This division will showcase our capacity. It will showcase our ability to lead in accessing green financing to support the growth agenda of our country. And so as we embark on this new journey, let us renew our commitment to climate action and sustainable development. I call on all our stakeholders, public and private sector, international partners, our development partners here, and civil society to join us on this exciting new journey. Together, we can ensure that Ghana emerges as a leader in climate financing and a champion of a sustainable future for all. Our vision really is to ensure that Ghana becomes a climate financing hub in Africa. And with all of us working together, we will achieve this. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to declare the Climate Finance Division of the Ministry of Finance officially launched. And thank you very much, and may God bless our country.
Thank you very much. Shall we clap again? Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. You may kindly sit down. I have his permission for you to sit down. So the next item on the list is who is going to head this division and who is going to carry this heavy responsibility. I'm proud and I'm happy to introduce to you Mrs. Adwoa Freku. Shall we see you? Our Director, Climate Financing Division. Let's see you. Ministry of Finance, we are gender sensitive, and so we are happy and proud that our first director of the Climate Financing Division is a woman. So that is Mrs. Adwoa Freku. I'd like to invite our Deputy Minister, Honorable Stephen Amoah, our distinguished management on the front row, the first and second row. Please come forward. Let's take a picture. We have only 3 pictures to take. This is the first one. So directors who are here, please kindly join us.
ministry, I think, is the most gender-sensitive ministry in the whole country, all the institutions of the country. Because I understand we have 12 directors and 6 are women. 6 are women. Oh my God. So we have gender balance, in the management of the Ministry of Finance. And the media, gender parity, the media should take note of this. This is no mean achievement. It's not easy to get to this level where you have gender parity in top management of a ministry like Ministry of Finance. So I need to acknowledge this. So thank you very much. What a man can do, a woman can do more.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Climate Financing Division, are you there? Please come forward. Supporting us today. And today being Friday, we are going to close with a prayer by